with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News NOWCAST.
Good evening, I'm Haley Potter. Thanks for joining us for tonight's edition of the Erie News NOWCAST. We have continuing coverage tonight on the guilty verdict in the case of a former Minneapolis police officer. Tonight, for the very first time, Erie's police chief weighs in on the verdict in the George Floyd case and the implications for Erie police moving forward. Erie News Now, Lisa Adams has more.
Find the defendant guilty.
As the verdicts for Derek Chauvin came down, Erie police prepared. They remember all too well that the national anger over George Floyd's death exploded right here.
It was a difficult situation. It had national significance. We know what happened last May. We had to monitor it and be prepared.
The police chief believes the criminal justice system worked.
I think that the jury did its job. It sat, it listened for weeks to all the testimony that was presented in the court of law.
Community liaison Michael Outlaw agrees. He felt a global sigh of relief.
The verdict restored that human hope into the process that we've been looking for centuries.
But as officers here watch deadly police shootings unfolding in Columbus, Brooklyn Center, and Chicago, they know their training for just policing continues.
We're creating programs and projects to make sure that diversity, cultural sensitivity training, and things of that nature stays on the forefront of everything that we do.
The addition of Erie Police body cameras last year is already making a difference in transparency and training.
Our training unit right now is taking clips of those from different incidents, and they're saving them for a future training date where we'll be able to go back and really do some self-evaluation of stuff that we've done.
It shows sometimes the community perspectives is right. Sometimes it shows the law enforcement's perspective is right. So it's a nice balancing act, right? And so you can't go wrong with the transparency and accountability. It's necessary.
Now through June 30th, the Erie Police Department is accepting applications for new officers. You'll have to pass both the physical and written tests on August 7th. More than 2.6 million Pennsylvanians have been vaccinated against COVID-19. That's about 21% of the state's total population. Around the region, more than 96,000 people have been fully vaccinated, most of those being residents of Erie County. You can always find the latest COVID-19 facts and figures on our website, erienewsnow.com. And college students planning a career in medicine will be able to take a new program through UPMC Hammett. Hospital officials announced a new hands-on program called the Summer Scholars Program. Students will learn about medical research and current trends in medicine. The program will be free to college juniors, seniors, and graduate students. Enrollment is limited to 10 students who live in Erie, Crawford, Venango, or Chautauqua counties and meet the program criteria. We have a link to apply on our website, erienewsnow.com. And anywhere you go in Erie and beyond, you are likely to see a hiring sign on local businesses. Restaurant owners have been telling us for weeks they're short-staffed and looking to hire. One restaurant in particular, Valerio's on 38th Street, posted this sign telling customers to be patient with the staff that did show up because nobody wants to work anymore. The general manager tells me he feels this blunt sign is what every other restaurant owner is feeling too. He can't get people in the door to work, and he thinks it's because the government is giving people too much money for unemployment. Down the road at McGarry's Oakwood Cafe, the owner tells me the same thing. Until money stops being handed out, he doesn't see people applying for jobs in the restaurant or the hospitality field.
Large part due to the stimulus bill and the relief put in with the not only the unemployment benefits but also the additional money they get every week. A lot of people, especially here in Erie with the jobs we have, are making more to sit home than to come back to work, so there's no incentive to come back. And unfortunately, I think until those benefits run out late summer, it probably won't change.
I will take you to both of these restaurants tonight on Erie News Now at 11. And there are 9 days left to apply to be a City of Erie firefighter. The department is actively recruiting new members to its paid department. Qualified applicants can apply online now through April 30th. The starting wage is more than $46,000 per year and increases with service. The department has a vested pension program and other benefits. The city chief says they've had to adapt their testing because of the pandemic. You can find a link to the application on our website, erienewsnow.com. And the Summit Township Sewer Authority has received a state loan for upgrades. The authority received a $2.5 million loan to replace a pump station on Oliver Road. When the project is completed, the pumping station will increase its capacity by more than 4 times its current capacity. The whole project will cost $3.1 million to complete. The project will address an action plan and other upgrades. And if you weren't a fan of the snow you woke up to this morning, you weren't alone. The April snowfall could have a lasting impact on local grape farmers. This time of year is when many grapes would start to begin to blossom, but due to the warm temperatures we had a few weeks ago, some types of grapes blossomed a little early. It's not uncommon to see cold weather in April, but this morning's cold temperatures and snow combined could mean a lasting effect down the line, which could hurt business at local wineries.
Before this morning, the potential was absolutely great. It looked like a really nice growing season. We had a lot of good fruiting wood from last year, so we're looking forward to a good crop. This morning certainly brings that into question.
And although the snow happened today, when will they be able to see the full extent of this damage? Well, our Elspeth Meisner will have that answer from the owner coming up on Erie News Now at 11 o'clock. And we have an update tonight on a local festival set for this summer. The 2021 Corey Fest celebration is being shortened to one-day event this year. The annual festival is being modified to comply with COVID-19 regulations. The Corey Area Chamber of Commerce says they've had a difficult time getting vendors and being certified by the county to move forward. Traditionally, the event is 3 days long, but this year will only take place on Saturday, June 12th. We've got the latest updates on local fairs and festivals on our website. Just visit erienewsnow.com/summer. Thanks for joining us for the Erie News Nowcast. Join us for our next news at 10 p.m. on the CW and 11 p.m. on WICU and WSEE. Have a great night.